Hi everybody, this is Sherry, and I wanted to show you just a very quick project that I worked on. And from this angle, they don't look like much, do they? And they're really not much to begin with, but they are cute. And my daughter, these are Hershey Nuggets, and my daughter mentioned that I should have, the sample they show does not show it wrapped. But I should have wrapped a piece of paper around it to match whatever I was doing. Because when I stand it in this way, and I don't know if they'll stand because they're, well, I guess they're standing a little lopsided, but there they go. This is what they look like. Are those not the cutest, funniest little things you have ever seen? I love them. I cut them out on my Cricut. They were an SVG file. I can't remember where I got them. At that point, when I first got my Cricut Air, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still not sure how to remember where I got my stuff from. I need to, I guess, put it in different folders. But if somebody wants to know, I will look. And but the little frog, he has these legs, and then the eye piece, and then the base of his head, and then his back end. And then they were actually going to cut out a slit for his mouth, and I was not willing to work with that teeny tiny piece, so I drew it in with a marker. With the little puppy dog here, it was, again, let me zoom in instead of picking these up because I don't want to shake and then make everything all blurry and hard for you guys to see. Okay, when I did the dog, of course they were going to cut out his nose and his eyes and all of that, even the little place for his tongue and everything again, but these are so small, I didn't want to work with those teeny tiny pieces, and I wanted to use my Peachy Keen faces. So I still cut out this little patch so that the dog would have a different color on his face, and then I used my Peachy Keen stamp and stamped over top of it, and even with that little added piece, it's still stamped perfect. And then I just used a pink gel pen for his tongue. And look, he's got a little booty tail. I'm sorry. I just think these are hysterically cute, and I think I'm absolutely in love with the frog. I didn't do a very good job on his mouth. He looked better from a distance. But next time I will cut a circle in and just trace around it so that it's even. And because I just freehand drew that one, and my marker skipped, and I had to, you can see where my marker skipped, and I had to go back over it. And then here's the kitty cat. And again, it was just this was the shape. It was going to cut out the eyes and the nose and all of that. But I used my Peachy Keen. I put a little bit of pink chalk in its ears and on its little cheeks. And here's its tail. And I just took a gold gel pen and drew little swirly lines on its tail. And I honestly have no idea what I'm going to do with these because I only made the 4 so far. And to be honest, I mean, I can't eat them. I'm diabetic, but I've just been sitting here staring at them for I've had them on my desk for 2 weeks. I've been sitting here just looking at them. I just think they're cute. And my plan is, I was going to try to use a bigger, thicker candy bar, like a fun-size Snickers. But my daughter ate mine, the ones I had bought to try. So now I have to wait till I get to the store and get more. And because I want to try to make them a little bigger, maybe a little more substantial. And so that, when, you could just walk up and put it on someone's desk. And I think one fun-size Snicker bar is a substantial enough little snack where just one of these, might not be. And here's my bunny. And again, my Peachy Keen face, and I inked his little cheeks and little ears. And then here's his little tail, which I think they made kind of big. If I do it again, I would shrink that down a little bit because his tail, boy, that's a bushy bunny tail, let me tell you, because it took up almost his whole entire behind. And but if anybody wants to know where I got them from, you know, I will do my best to look and try to figure it out for you. But like I said, this, you know, this is when I, you know, first started with my Cricket Explorer Air, and, you know, I guess I should have thought to keep the places I purchased from separate when I downloaded them, so that I would know where I got them from, because but it's only, I only shop at a couple places, so it shouldn't be that hard for me to find them, I think, if someone wants, you know, to know where they came from. But, you know, I'm gonna, like I said, I want to try it with a bigger candy bar and make a bigger, you know, enlarge the pattern and see how that turns out. And if I'm able to do that, and if I can keep my kids out of the candy bars long enough for me to do that, I will definitely come back and show you all how they turned out, because I think that would be a really cute, if you work in an office, little thing to just leave on everyone's desk, you know, or at Easter time, put a bunny on everybody's desk. But I mean, it can be, any of them can be used all year long. And I've got them up just enough. I tried to line them up just enough so that they act, I mean, they sit really good. They don't, you know, they're not leaning forward, they're not wobbling, and it, for some reason, it didn't seem hard to get them to measure up good. So I guess I was very blessed in that. And what I used to get the pieces to stick to the candy bars was I used mini glue dots. And so it was super simple. I mean, the only thing I had to actually glue on was the frog's eyes and the little dog's patch on his eye. And I think I could probably take a black marker and darken in that spot. I think that should be done. It didn't show it in their sample, but that's what I would do. But in this case, I tried to stick as close to the sample, except I didn't want to deal with all the tiny pieces and use my peachy keen. And but I am going to try to make it bigger. If it works, I will come back and let you know, because I just think that would be so neat to just give one to the people in your office. And I think it would be a cute, I don't celebrate Halloween, but what a neat little Halloween you know, gift, you know, to leave you could do the cat in black, you know, or something, to be a black cat for Halloween, or, you know, a frog with warts or something. I don't know what you'd do for Halloween, but you could. And you know, and maybe we could even take these and make more of the bunnies and offset them and make it look like a turkey with feathers back, and turn these into feathers for Thanksgiving. And you could put a little turkey on everybody's desk, you know. I'm desperate for ideas, can you tell? I'm like, how can I justify making these crazy little candy animals? But they're so cute, I couldn't help myself. And so, I mean, you know, there's definitely ways to use them, you know. And if you have little ones, you know, little kids in school, you know, I'm sure that they would be tickled to death to give their class, you know, a puppy or a kitty or, you know, whatever, and just get to pass out one little thing of candy, because heaven knows nobody wants their kid all sugared up before you send them home, before they send them home. So I think one of those would be good for a little person. So I hope you guys like those. And despite the fact that I'm showing chocolate, I'm going to tell you again, eat healthy and happy crafting. Bye.